Joanne, and I'm glad to be here. And I really like this meeting because I think this is a wonderful meeting, and I've learned a lot from all of you. And I just enjoyed the atmosphere, especially like the encouragement that you've given to all of the presenters on top on the stage. I think that's really nice of you that to give this kind of encouragement. Like this is little thing, but it can make really big things. Like to my personal opinion. So I would say that your president, Phoebe, you've done a really good job. I really like the opening. It was a warm opening. And like these Toastmasters of the evening, you've already like done a perfect job, like to guys through the floor and then guys to make the newcomers welcome in this, new space, a new place. This is really good. And these guys like the R counter, the timer, and the vote counter. You guys like are just like the little piece of the puzzle, and each one carries a little bit of responsibility, but it makes the whole puzzle just complete and beautiful. So without everyone's help, and especially the audience, like you are part of it too, like without everyone, that this meeting will not be a meeting, so just be proud of yourself. And the variety session, you will see the odds, but for me, I wouldn't care about this very much. Like if I would say, okay, I have like 20 odds in the middle of my presentation, okay, I'm going to bail out. I'm not going to do this anymore. Now, I will just say that this is a little bit too early because like for the variety session, guys, I think that's a really good opportunity and the activity for you to coordinate with different people with different personalities and then to make a story. So sometimes your teammates, they're either amazing or crazy, and then they wrote this crazy story, and you have to present it. And for me, like if I'm going to present some of the story, I will, and I will have more odds. So I just think the odds, it just doesn't matter. It's a criteria, it's an indicator, it's a hint to help us improve, but that doesn't mean a lot of things. So that's just my personal opinion. And I really like the variety session. That activity was just really fun. And the prepared speeches, I really like them. And there's something that I think the prepared speech, instead of looking at it as a really difficult thing or the challenge that I have to overcome or I have to do the very best, why don't we see it as a window that we can see through? Like we have some personal world, like our small world in our little own world that other people they may not know, like this Japanese girl or like the Vader's the speech to people to listen. That was really creative because I've never thought of the kaigo can mean this, or I can imagine a virtual world. That's just really new to me. I really like it. So just consider it as an opportunity to present and help yourself. And also the C2 speech is really cool because you can use slide and you may want to use little things to help you to catch on the things. For example, like maybe if you don't tell me everything, I will just wander off my speech and I can keep talking on and on and on and on. And then eventually I will carry the whole speech away into something else. So C2 speech, like for me personally, is a challenge because I need to use some cues. But on the other hand, if you need to make slides, you have to make sure that your slides don't catch things away. So my point is you have to come back in the future meeting. So you'll learn more skills and then you'll see different presenters and eventually you'll find yourself in somewhere. Okay, so the table topic section, I really like it. I think it's really, really good. And this is where we start. Like when I want to prepare for the public speech or if I want to practice public speech, the very first way to start is just ask myself simple questions like, what kind of do I like? What kind of animal do I like? Maybe I'll say, okay, tiger. Then why do I like tiger? It's yellow, okay? Then why do you think tiger is yellow than you? You just keep going on and on and on and on and on. So instead of preparing a speech and then deliver the speech and then tell everyone about some part of your life, you can start with the table topic section. So I encourage you to, if you're a newcomer, you just raise your hand and then just talk, and whatever you want to talk, you just talk. I mean, it doesn't matter. Who cares? No one will remember them. That's just, well, I think an educational session, I really like it because every time the educational session is just like the present part of the body of the knowledge of the public speech. So public speaking is actually has a lot of knowledge. And if I'm over time, you really need to tell me. I will wander off, and seriously. So you really need to tell me. I'm that kind of person. I know different speaker has different personality. I'm not organized at all. I need your help. Okay, so I think educational speech, you can take notes and get to know more because knowledge is power, so that will just help you. So in general, I would say like you come to Toastmasters and you can have a mentor. And the mentor will help you to customize your speech in a personality that you feel comfortable with. Because you're going to be public, speaking publicly, you need to be relaxed. And you need to say something that fits your personality and say something that you believe. And I think the Toastmaster like C1 to C10 is a really robust pedagogy to help you build your skill to be a comfortable public speaker. That's what I think, that's what I personally think in a way. So we can start with little things. And remember that every time you make slightly changes, don't think that you will go from C1 to C10 in a day. It's just like you're never going to be a Saturday night host like in one night. And in my whole life, I will never be that kind of person. So eventually, my point is, this is a good place, and if you are looking for a place that can provide you some guidance, some sharing to build your public speaking skill, then this is a good place for you. And don't panic, and don't just think, oh, it will never happen. Just slightly move on, and then move to be who you are and speak in a way that will make you feel relaxed. And hopefully, I don't run out of time. So, yes, thank you.